An update on the hostages still being held since last October by Hamas terrorists in Gaza. According to the Wall Street Journal, quote, of the approximately 250 hostages taken in the Hamas-led October 7th attack, 116 continue to be held captive, and many of the 116, they're believed to be dead. Mediators in the hostage talks and a U.S. official familiar with the latest U.S. intelligence said that the number of the hostages who might still be alive could be as low as 50. That assessment based in part on Israeli intelligence. Doing the math, of course, that means 66 could be dead. And that is 25 more than Israel has publicly acknowledged, end quote. Here in the United States, the New York Police Department is working to track down an anti-Israel protester accused of yelling for Zionists on the subway. The NYPD releasing this wanted poster. The man on your screen entered a packed subway car at Union Square Station and then shouted, quote, raise your hands if you are a Zionist. Repeat after me. This is your chance to get out, end quote. The incident happened last week on June 10th. The unidentified suspect is wanted on suspicion of attempted coercion and speaking of anti-Semitism. The Anti-Defamation League, an organization aimed at fighting all forms of anti-Semitism and bias, just revived its campus anti-Semitism report card. That report card, first released in April, graded colleges' handling of anti-Semitism on U.S. campuses. And guess who got a big old fat F? To name a few, the University of California, Los Angeles, Harvard University, the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, they all got failing grades. You can see why on your screen. Those are just a few of the anti-Israel protests that broke out on those campuses. But get this, Wikipedia is saying not to believe the Anti-Defamation League. Yes, Wikipedia, the free online encyclopedia that's written and edited by volunteers. They are accusing the Anti-Defamation League of being, quote, generally unreliable. That means from now on, it will not be possible to quote data or statements from the ADL in articles posted on Wikipedia. But is the ADL really unreliable? You just saw the anti-Israel protests plaguing our college campuses with your own eyes. And we've heard how Hamas terrorists say just last week with a smile on his face that if given the chance, Hamas would carry out the October 7th attacks all over again. Remember this?
إذا رجع فينا الزمن إلى 7 تشرين
نرجع بنعيدها مرة تانية.
ترجع بتعيدوها. هذا كان السؤال.
أنا عارف هذا السؤال لأنه هذا السؤال مركزي. لأنه ليش الجواب إنه بنرجع بنعيدها؟ لأنه اللي خلانا نعملها إشي مهم جدا واستراتيجي لا يمكن السكوت عليه.
Earlier today, I spoke with the Anti-Defamation League CEO Jonathan Greenblatt. Thank you very much for joining me.
It's so good to see you.
Okay, Wikipedia, it's used by millions of people around the world. They have now taken the position that, that your organization is unreliable. Your thoughts?
Well, we're reviewing this decision which is being made and still unfolding. What I would say is that it's very troubling that at a time of increasing, intensifying anti-Semitism around the world, when all of the indicators demonstrate that anti-Jewish hate is reaching an all-time high, at least the highest that we've seen literally in 80 some odd years, Greta, that Wikipedia is suggesting that the leading authority in anti-Semitism is somehow no longer credible. I mean, this flies in the face of what we do every day. We're trying to understand who are the editors behind this, what was the process, because right now it's very difficult to make sense of. At the end of the day, we're hopeful that they'll look at the body of our work, the integrity of our research, the substance of our data, and they'll move in a very different direction than what we're currently hearing today.
What you just said was delivered to me in a very smart, cerebral, intellectual manner. Let me be bold and say that it's actually insanity what Wikipedia is doing this for the simple reason is that you can fact check your organization by, you can look at the 47-minute video of Hamas that they took with their GoPro on October 7th, or you can listen to the Hamas leader in Lebanon just the other day who was laughing and said that he would do it all over again. Or you could show the video from all these American campuses. I mean, is there really a question? I mean, it's like, it's so easy to sort of fact check with your own eyes. You actually don't need to read Wikipedia to come up with this one.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is that as you're pointing out, it feels like this 10-7 sort of denialism is like just the latest in a long series of ways that bad actors have tried to denigrate and delegitimize the Jewish people. Whether it's Holocaust denialism, 10/7 denialism, again, despite the facts that we know to be true. And look, I've been to these campuses, Greta. I've seen the signs that say things like, kill the Zionists. I've listened to the chants at places like Columbia, Penn, Harvard, UCLA, USC, where they've had slogans and they've chanted things like, Intifada is the only solution. I've seen the businesses that have been vandalized with things like Free Gaza. I've seen the synagogues that have been desecrated.
But you know what? So has everybody else. I mean, that's where you almost get back to, if it weren't such a serious issue, that you'd quote Groucho Marx about, are you going to believe me or your lying eyes? I mean, what's so unique about this, and at least as far as I can study, is that they have not even identified what is unreliable. I mean, we can see this with our own eyes. We can listen to these Hamas leaders, and that's what I really don't understand what's behind this Wikipedia movement.
We're trying to understand it as well. I mean, your questions are very fair. And an organization as important as Wikipedia should be able to answer those with clarity. And again, back it up with substance. I mean, you have fact checkers at your network. You're liable for what you broadcast at your network. There should be liability and fact checking at these organizations too, especially when you consider their reach and their weight. But in this case, I have total confidence in ADL's analysis. Our data is fact-based and evidence-driven, and you can see in the pictures today. Is there anyone doubting that anti-Semitism is surging to an all-time high?
What?
If you're missing that, like you said, it's like believing your lying eyes.
Well, one of the criticisms of Wikipedia, at least as far as I can realize, the Anti-Defamation League, they say is an advocacy group. And when I first read that, frankly, I mean, you tell me what news organization is not accused of being an advocacy organization. I don't care which one you name, whether it's in print or media or whatever. We try to do straight journalism, but the whole idea that the Wikipedia is going to be the arbiter of what's advocacy or not. I mean, if you stick to the facts, then you certainly, you can't be it's hard not to, quote, be an advocate when you see that the facts here are, you see them yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the ACLU, the NAACP, the ADL, these are some of the most venerated organizations in the country, nonprofits that have been around for generations. I suppose you could say we're all advocacy organizations, but I don't think you doubt the ACLU on First Amendment issues. I don't think you doubt the NAACP on issues of racism.
Well, actually, I will take issue a little bit with the ACLU, which I think has fallen down the last couple of years.
Well, they may have a political agenda, but it's hard to countenance that you would say that the ADL doesn't understand anti-Semitism. Give me a break.
And the ACLU has a First Amendment right to fall down on the job, as I think they have. I would defend their right, but you're right. It might be a political disagreement I have with them. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see what Wikipedia does.
We will. Thank you.